Welcome back, everybody. Wednesday morning show rolls on. Tyler Roll coming up in about 20 minutes. Bison Media Zone about 10:35 this morning on this Hump Day Wednesday. I heard of this next story here about a month ago, and I was just going on vacation, and awesome to see it come to fruition. As mentioned yesterday, the Dragons and the Bison are going to play men's basketball against one another. They have not happened since 2012 at the old Bison Sports Arena, and it should be a dynamite exhibition game. It's our pleasure to welcome back to the show men's basketball head coach at Minnesota State University Moorhead. Tim Bergstraser joins us here on this July Wednesday. Nothing wrong with talking hoops in the middle of the summer. I'll get to the game in a second. We were visiting off air. Summer is different recruiting-wise now. I figured you'd be on the road nonstop. That hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and I think it always just varies with what you need to bring in for a certain class. Last summer we were on the road dang near every weekend, knowing we needed to bring in like 4 high school guys. And then more so going into this summer, Jacob Benninga is our only senior, and now Jameer Price coming back. He'd be our second senior. So with having a smaller class graduating, that's just kind of how it lays out. So I'm not complaining by any means. It's kind of nice just to stay home and soak some time in with my family. So that's been great. And I do miss getting on the road a lot, though. I really do enjoy getting in the gym and watching prospects. But again, it's I'll take my family time anytime I could get.
Tell us the story on Jameer's conversation about coming back and how that went.
Yeah, just to keep it in a nutshell, he just felt like he made a mistake, and he just wanted to come back to a place that he was happy. So that's just simple as it is. And he and I'm not complaining. It's I think he's a dang good basketball player. You put your pride to the side. It's a landscape of recruiting nowadays, and it's probably going to happen again. A guy leaving that we don't want to leave, and maybe he comes back. Who knows? But it's we love the young man to death. He's an incredible human being. He's a newcomer of the year, all academic, all American. He's a great aspect to what we're trying to do here and moving forward as a program. So he really wanted to come back, and it's hard to say no to a human like that and a player like that.
Is that something, Tim, where you got to put your own ego or own feelings aside, say, okay, this is for the betterment of the program when something like that happens?
Yeah, it's when stuff like that goes down, it hurts. You don't want it to happen, especially when you care about these guys so much. But yeah, you really do have to just come to that point. It's understanding what we're dealing with in recruiting now. It's a different landscape.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of it, but I'll work with it and make the adjustments necessary. So in the end, yes, it's when you got a guy that's well established in your program that wants to be a part of it, and he's had success in the league. Yeah, you're gonna find a way to bring him back. And again, not even just being a good basketball player. Like I really do. He's an incredible person.
Yeah.
He never given us any issues out the court or nothing. So it's not hurting our program in any way. So you find a way to make it work.
All right. So tell us who was the brainchild in this? So the brainstorming of getting the Dragons and the Bison back together on the basketball floor.
It's all Richmond. I was just enjoying the deck with my wife, just enjoying the sun, and then he gave me a call nice and early in the morning, and I was like, "No way, this is what I think it could be." And I know, he'll call me every once in a while to talk and just see how things are going, but it just was that vibe that maybe that's what it could be. And he cut right to the chase, and he's just like, "Hey, you want to play us?" And I was like, "Yeah, we'll make it work." So it was like I had. Shout out to my guy Casey at Jamestown. We had to unfortunately, find a way. We had to back out of that one, but he understands. We have to find a way to play the Bison. I think it's just it's a big deal. Like after I got off the phone, I looked at my wife. I was just like that's a huge deal in the Fargo Moorhead area.
Yes, it is.
People are really going to want to be a part of that and just see, because it's 2 dang good basketball programs that have got a lot of respect for one another. So we're really excited.
I'm sure when you got on Chad's staff, I'm sure he mentioned that to you, because after they beat him, I can't believe they played one more year and they haven't played again. Was that talked about a lot when you got to Chad's staff?
A little bit. It wasn't like overstated by any means, but we definitely talked about it every once in a while. And that, again, it's just high level basketball games, 2 good teams going at it. So it's something we've always wanted ever since I've been here. I'm going on year 9 now, being in this program, and we haven't ever had a Division I exhibition or scrimmage in general. So we've continued to work on getting these Dakota ones if we could, and more so we want to give our guys a good experience. We've had good opportunities with our other scrimmages we've had in the past, but it's obviously a really good test for you and your program playing a Division I level team.
Tim, since this news came out, what has the reaction been just from people, Dragon fans that know you or talk to you? What have you heard over even the last 12 hours since it's been out?
I mean, everybody's saying it's about time, but
It's true.
they're all just as excited as us. I mean, they just like I said, I just for the overall community, I think everybody's going to be really excited. Just I think a lot of people have wanted to see this, since what was it, 2012 they
Yeah.
last played, and yeah, I mean, it's been very consistent of people just being really jacked up to come and watch a game and just see the Dragons versus the Bison. We're what 15 minutes away from each other. This will be nice and easy too.
I think people listening to you say they maybe didn't know that you and Dave talk that often. To describe the conversations or what you guys talk about when you guys do chat.
Yeah, I mean, they're usually short, but I mean, that's why I really appreciate him just taking the time to reach out to see how I'm doing, whether we're doing well or things aren't going well with the program. We've had some, in the past had some bad things go in the media, and it's like he'll just reach out and just make sure I'm doing good. And that's what I got a lot of respect for him, just checking in on me, as a younger coach, trying to make sure I'm okay as a program and as a growing coach. So I mean, I got a lot of respect for him doing that.
For your team, what can this do? Like when you guys get together in September to start practice, knowing that's the light at the end of the tunnel before you even start the regular season. What does that mean for your team to get going for practice and stuff?
I think it'll spark them for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been just as eager to play these guys as well, and it's going to be an early game than what we're used to. So like as once we start, workouts, I'm gonna be like I don't want to say a nervous wreck, but I'll start overthinking so much so early because we usually don't get a scrimmage until end of October, early November. So, but I think it'll be really good for our team, and again I know they're going to be excited, and I know they want to go right at them. And I know the Bison are going to be ready to go right at us. So I think it's just that mutual respect for one another. And it's going to be, I hope it's going to be a nice, highly competitive basketball game.
You know, you have a
And
date yet? Do we know yet or not yet?
yeah, October 23rd.
October.
That'll be the date. So
Okay.
it'll be on a Wednesday. And I'm sure, our schedule will go out probably, I don't know, end of this month, sometime next month. And I'm sure they'll do the same. So it'll be October 23rd.
How off of that, how's your non-conference coming together? Tell me about who you schedule this year.
That's another grueling schedule. It's stuff that keeps you up at night. But that's what we got to do. We got to schedule hard, schedule tough,
Yep.
and all of November, just like the last 2 years, we'll be on the road again. We'll be in Kansas City playing Henderson State, Arkansas, Monticello. Then we'll be at Black Hills State playing Black Hills, South Dakota Mines, and we'll be at Duluth playing Northern Michigan, Michigan Tech. So very high level D2 opponents that we're gonna be going against. And again, that's why I'm very excited. We get to play people like NDSU, and we got really good scrimmages, closed door scrimmages as well to prepare us for a very tough schedule. So yeah, I'm gonna try to enjoy the rest of my summer, not overthink that.
I'm not trying to ruin the rest of your day here asking about that, but I haven't had a chance to talk to you. Seeing Mankato go and do what they did, and that's no surprise. You saw them up close, but how much does that amp up for you saying, all right, the national champs play in our league?
Yeah, and when they beat us the 2 times, especially when they beat us the last time in the tournament. I mean, I told Matt, I was like, hey, like you got the tools to go win it all.
Yeah.
And again, you need things to go your way. You got to have the talent. That's just anybody who goes that far. So, but yeah, just that goes to show how dang good the NSIC is. And I mean, I think any team in our league in the regional tournament has been right there. And you know how it goes. Like the ball needs to bounce your way, and sometimes it doesn't. But when it does, like you take advantage of it, you can make those kind of runs. So now I was just happy that Mankato could represent our league the way they did. And it just goes to show just to the nation, like, hey, like our basketball and our level is really good. And I mean, they're very talented. They're playing their best basketball at the end of the year. I mean, when we almost snuck one out at their place
Yep.
the first time, and we did some crazy stuff at the end of the game to get back in that game. But then like when they beat us pretty good, we didn't play great. Like I'll say that. But at the same time, they're on another level offensively. And for how big and athletic they are on the defensive end, they were buying in on that end too. It's just like they're playing their best basketball at that time. So I mean, you can't be bitter. Obviously, everybody wants to go win a championship themselves, but like I really was happy for Matt because he's been in the part of the league for 20 plus years. I mean, he deserves it. So I mean, it was good to see that for him.
And you don't need any reminders, but just to see how when everyone was talking about the Northern Sun, you're in that. I don't know if it helps recruiting. I guess I'll ask that, knowing, hey, the best in the nation play in our league. Come play here because it's not going to be any better than what it is right here.
Yeah, I agree, and we sell that a lot
I
within
bet.
our recruiting. But to keep it simple, is like if you're a competitor, you want to play high level basketball. I mean, it's in it's in our league. You know,
Yeah.
MIAA is obviously right there too. There's like the RMAC and the schools in tech. Like there's a lot of really good Division II basketball. Because again, you could break it all down like that and really tell them how good it is, but they don't understand until they actually experience it. Like a lot of these young players are gonna think, you know, well, whatever, I'm still maybe better, but that's why we just say, hey, just come test it out, see what it's really about. Because it's even Division I transfers, you see D1 transfers all the time come to our league, and they don't play.
Yep.
So it's like you just don't know until you get in this level. Like it's dang good basketball.
You might get the rest of the Northern Sun upset with you because when I looked, the Summit League had not played a Northern Sun team in forever. In an like nobody in the Summit wants to do it. So I hope you've opened up the floodgates for this to start happening now.
Yeah, that'd be great. I mean, I just think it's good for both parties. I really do
Yes.
think that. And I don't, obviously we have nothing to lose on our end, but it's like I don't think it'd be any surprise. I mean, we believe we're a good
Yeah.
program.
Yep.
NDSU, they're a phenomenal program. They have such great winning traditions. So it's just like it's just gonna be good. There's so many good things coming out of it. Whatever the outcome's gonna be, like there's just so many good things that are coming out of it. So I hope, yeah, if it opens up the floodgates for other teams in our league, awesome. Let's make it happen because there ain't a bad thing about it at all.
It's great to see you, man. Enjoy the rest of your summer. I don't want to wish it away on you. And thanks for the time, and we'll talk soon, okay?
Sounds good, sir. You enjoy yours too.
There he goes, Tim Bergstraser, head coach, MSU men's basketball team. Okay, so we got the date now. October 23rd. It's a Wednesday. Dragons, Bison at the Shield Center at North Dakota State. Exhibition game. So that's a heck of a way to launch into the new basketball season. I believe opening day is November the 4th to start the college hoop season. I have a couple of tidbits. We'll share that on the Bison Media Zone about who NDSU's playing in the non-conference coming up here in about an hour. We'll break. We come back, wrap up hour one. Tyler Roll on deck, Iowa State assistant head coach. As we roll on a busy Wednesday, we're back after this.